Hello and welcome back to One More for the Road, a podcast of reviews, retrospectives, and ramblings about anime, video games, and all the things that we enjoy in this world. My name is Eric, and it is so good to be back. And as always, my co-host Felix. Felix, I missed you.
I missed you too. It's been too long.
It has been. We both got the COVIDs, which pro tip, don't.
Yeah, just don't.
Just don't get your vaccines, kids.
Yeah, and keep your hands away from your nose and your mouth and most
other people's
places.
Noses and mouths.
Yes, especially other people's.
Yeah, it's not a good time. It's just do not recommend.
Mm-mm.
But I'm so glad to have you back with me,
dude. I'm glad to be back.
So literally, we're going to continue a conversation that actually started before I hit the record button, because I wanted to have this on because we are going to have an aside about sports anime. This is the Bleach episode, by the way.
Yes.
We're going to talk about Bleach, but first we have to talk about sports anime, and then we have to do our top 3, and then we can talk about Bleach.
Oh.
So, Uma Musume Season 3 is going to be coming out soon, and there's also a 4-episode OVA that's currently releasing.
Oh, no way. Okay.
Yes. And I said Uma Musume, which is the horse girl racing anime, is the second best sports anime I have ever seen. And I stand by that.
Yeah, that's
by
fair.
that. I've watched a few, all right? I just think that the first 2 seasons of that show condense the entire arc of Haikyuu, the volleyball boys volleyball anime. I feel like it just condenses that entire emotional arc into 12 episodes.
That makes sense. Okay.
I
gotta give it a shot.
Dude, it's unironically one of my favorite anime I've ever seen. I know it's weird. It's the horse girl racing anime based on a gacha. I know, I get it. But it's really good.
I love that.
And obviously the best sports anime is Keijo, the one about the butts wrestling.
Yeah, and that's where you lost me because I've seen clips about Keijo, and I'm like, what do you mean?
I get it, man, but look, it's just good anime. All right, look, what do you when you boot up an anime? All right, when you're like, I want to watch an anime, what are you looking for in that anime?
I don't know. Like I'm a big shonen guy. I mean that's also part of why we're talking about Bleach. Yeah.
Dude, do you know what Keijo is? It's a tournament arc. It's a shonen tournament arc from start to finish. They got special abilities. They have rivalries. There's character development.
Oh my god. So
I don't know.
You mean to tell me if I'm to look up Keijo, right? And I look at a list of tags that are associated with Keijo, shonen might actually be one of them. Don't look at the tags.
Dude, if being an anime fan has taught me anything, don't look at the tags.
Okay. All right.
Don't do it.
Okay. Understood.
There's a subsection of our audience that the second you said tags, their brain went somewhere else completely.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I feel like COVID's raised the age rating of our of our podcast.
That's a possibility.
It is. All right. But no, I love those anime. Completely unironically, they make me happy.
I'm gonna have to check them out.
Yes. I want to talk about a billion other things.
Yes.
But let's do our top 3 because I have a good top 3, and I've been thinking about this for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm kind of ruminating myself actually, because our top 3 today is top 3 albums.
Top 3 albums.
Wow.
I was talking about this the other day with some friends, and I had to think for a few minutes what my favorite 3 albums of all time. And I'm not talking this album has 4 tracks that are good. No, I'm talking listen to that CD from front to back.
Dang. Yeah.
Do you have any off the top of your head?
I can think of two probably.
Hit me with those two, and I'll hit you with a couple.
My first one is Year of the Gentleman by Neo.
Ooh.
And my second one is Escape, actually, by Michael Jackson. Yeah.
Okay. You
Yeah.
hit me with some. Oh. Hold on, what all tracks are on Escape? I'm trying to think of this.
Let's see. So we have off the top, Love Never Felt So Good. We have Chicago, Loving You, A Place with No Name, Slave to the Rhythm,
Oh my
Blue
God.
Gangsta. Yeah. Like,
Oh
and then
my
there are like a
God.
few like remixes of them within here.
Uh-huh.
There's another song, Do You Know Where Your Children Are?
He does.
Yo.
I'm sorry.
Unreal.
I'll
But yeah,
stop.
and then there's Escape. No, you're fun.
Dude, that's wild.
Yeah.
Okay, I've never heard of the first artist, actually.
Oh, Neo? NEE-YO.
Oh, I definitely have no idea who you're talking about now.
Oh, no way. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to show you some
look
of
it
the
up.
songs.
Yeah, you're gonna have to hit me with the mix.
Yeah, if there's one thing for sure about me, I'm very like deep rooted in like R&B and like soul kinda. So yeah, I definitely got you with some recommendations if you're ever looking.
Oh, absolutely. So I always like to like expand my musical like tastes and my musical knowledge because I grew up in rural Ohio as an emo kid. And my two that I will hit you with before we go into our thirds reflect that. Hybrid Theory by Linkin Park was a formative album for me.
Yeah.
Like,
oh wow.
Like, oh man. that thing never left my Walkman.
Dang.
Except to put in Meteora by Linkin Park, which is not my second one. It's not my second one.
Right.
but like that album is straight fire.
That's crazy. Okay.
My second one is going to be Weird Al Running with Scissors.
Oh man. Dude, I haven't listened to Weird Al in so long.
Dude, did you know he still makes music?
No, I had no idea.
He dropped an album like a couple years ago.
What?
Yeah.
Okay,
it was wild, dude. He did a tour this year. Or wait, last year.
What?
Yeah, he did a tour, 2022.
Yeah, okay. I gotta follow up on him.
This is a whole fact. Alpocalypse is actually a phenomenal album as well, but like Running with Scissors is like in my opinion, the seminal Weird Al
right
album. I listen to that thing all the time. See,
that's so wild.
Do you have a third one yet?
I could pick a third. Yeah.
All
right. An Evening with Silk Sonic. That is Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak. Yeah, amazing album actually. I'm looking to get that one like as a vinyl record.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That sounds actually really nice.
Yeah.
I wish I had a vinyl player.
Ooh,
record player. There we go. Like I could get a cheap one.
Yeah.
But like then I'd have to buy vinyls.
Yeah,
and I'm like, that's a whole problem.
Yeah, that is a process.
Yeah. See, I'm struggling on my third because there's a couple that I want to pick. And all right, this is probably not my favorite album, but it was another very formative experience for me.
Okay.
The Great Malenko by the Insane Clown Posse.
Whoa, I've not heard of that.
Hold on, do you not know who the Insane Clown Posse is?
No, I actually don't.
Have you never been down to clown?
No, apparently not.
Dude. Man, I'm gonna have to educate you on my personal favorite fundamentalist Christian hip hop band.
Oh no.
The Cliff's Notes. I'm about to disillusion at least one person. The Cliff's Notes with the Insane Clown Posse is they were like a death rap rock band. They did like it was real like like not like hateful, but like it was like that edgy teen aesthetic, but turned into music.
Right. Yeah.
And they had like a lore and all this other stuff. Well, it turned out that these guys were like super fundamentalist Christians. And then to be down with the clown was to be down with Jesus.
Oh my God.
Like we found out on their last album, and it was actually like all of their message is just be cool with God. Have you ever heard like the song Miracle? Magnets, how do they work?
No,
that's them.
Actually,
how have you missed like this entire? They're like a whole.
I don't know.
Orange Fago?
No, not ringing any bells.
Cat, have you ever heard such nonsense before?
Not you asking the cat.
She's not paying attention to me, so it doesn't matter. I'm in awe.
Honestly, me too. At myself.
All right. How do we even do a worst album?
Oh, that's tough.
Like
I don't.
Okay, worst album that you've ever bought.
Oh,
like an album that you have regretted purchasing.
Shoot, I don't.
You could even like one of the songs on it, but like the rest of the album could be garbage.
So okay, so I didn't make a purchase on this, but I did go ahead after listening to a bunch of hype that one of the more recent like Drake albums was really good, and I gave it a listen, and it's the one with the song that goes 21. Can you do something for me?
Okay,
if you've at all heard that, and
no.
Okay, you're safe. Good.
I do not listen to Drake, unfortunately.
That is somewhat okay. But anyways, I gave the whole album a listen, and I don't think I'd ever been so disinterested in something that man made in my life. And like normally, like I think for the different like okay, to describe Drake and like I think his sort of like impact on the music industry, I actually think that he's somebody who within each of his albums or most of his albums, and the different transitions through life he kind of goes through, he is very consistent with dropping 2+ songs that are an absolute hit. Like every time, it's like he doesn't miss.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I've heard a few of his songs. Like I just can't think of them off the top of my head.
Of course, yeah. And just with this album, maybe aside from, the one I just recited lyrics from, I personally don't really like anything from that. Like I felt like I walked out of that album feeling like I just wasted a whole ton of my time. Wow. And even that song that I mentioned, like I think most people like don't even necessarily like it. It's just kind of become a meme at this point.
All right, that's fair.
And that's it. Yeah, like I don't think people unironically listen to the song as like, okay, this is a hit. Like this is a hype song. I'm gonna do this while I work out or whatever else, or while I'm productive. Yeah, big disappointment.
That's fair. Actually.
Ooh, you got a few that have hurt you, huh?
Oh yeah, I've got choices here. If I were to add another one, like do a top 4 though, literally anything by Stradivarius, honestly.
Ooh.
There are no bad Stradivarius albums.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to say my worst album of all time is probably okay. I'm gonna say 2. I'm gonna say whatever the hell the name of the album of Macklemore's that had Thrift Shop on it.
Oh, okay, right.
Because that was like right around the time where it was like a hybrid of singles were easy to come by, but like I still had a CD player.
Yeah.
And
Right.
I'm like, oh, Thrift Shop. I like this song. Maybe the rest of his music's good. And I saw the album in like a Walmart or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. And then it was bad.
Oh, I am so sorry. I understand.
I was like, oh man, maybe the rest of this is good. Maybe I can get back into the hip hop and the R&B. No,
Nope.
that was
Not
not
that
my
way.
gateway.
Yeah. Dang.
And whichever Garth Brooks CD is in my sister's car right now.
Oh no.
I know it's Garth Brooks because he has a very specific, like southern drawl.
I see.
Hate.
I see.
Well,
Oh.
okay, so country music comes in one of two flavors. Okay, destroy. The rebel, destroy the government and everything it stands for.
Of course.
Rebel against your parents. Blah blah blah.
Yep.
And then the much more common, I love the beer.
Yep, of course.
I've got a truck. Like,
yeah.
Look, if you like that second kind of country music, this is not a podcast for you. Please leave.
It's true. Oh no.
Thank you. Please comment in the below that you are leaving. This is, in fact, a airport, and you do have to announce your departure. Thank you. There will be snacks.
Amazing. Hey, yeah, yo, free snacks.
Let's talk about Bleach.
Yes.
I like Bleach.
Yeah, me too. Did you happen to like watch it when it was, airing on TV years and years ago?
How many years ago was that?
I'm glad you asked. When did Bleach start airing over here? From my memory, it was around the sort of like anywhere between 2005 to like 2007, 8.
All right, that tracks.
Yeah.
I totally saw it on TV and didn't have the episodes torrented.
No? Oh, okay. Okay.
Totally.
That's
it was
cool.
totally on Toonami or something. I swear.
Oh, okay.
I was totally capable of watching that on a consistent basis. Wait, was it on Toonami?
I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know either.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're like in Canada.
Yeah, we didn't have Toonami.
You don't have Toonami.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. The only reason I know this is because Jeff Thew did like a whole video on Canadian anime access.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason I know. Y'all didn't grow up with Tom, and that's sad.
Yo, yeah. Like, fortunately, I'm a bit of a special case in this, where my family is Jamaican, and so Jamaican media is heavily influenced, like some other parts of the world, by American media. So fortunately, whenever like we took a vacation or whatever, I did get access to, like the Disney Channel, formerly, that is, and Toonami and so on and so forth, all the other channels that you guys get. So fortunately, I have experience with Tom. Yeah. And shoot, I even grew up on like the Cartoon Network website. So I also kind of like had a bit of a gateway there as well. Yeah.
I didn't even know they had a website when I was a kid.
Oh.
It didn't even cross my mind. Like,
yeah,
that TV channels would have websites.
Right. Yeah, that's extremely fair. Like, me and some of my family one day, like, we just decided we'd kind of up and like try a few things. So that's how we discovered like Barbie and like Polly Pocket had websites with like whole like Flash games basically on them and stuff too. It was a whole thing, man. Yeah.
How was the Barbie website Flash games?
To be honest, a lot of them, from my memory anyways, were better than I expected they would be.
I like low-key think that they would probably actually just be straight fire. Like,
yeah,
like no cap.
Yeah, some of them were actually pretty good.
Yeah, like there were, like, I remember there was like a McDonald's game CD or something that they made once, and the games were super good. So I like kind of trusted 90s corporations to make halfway decent content.
That is extremely fair. Yeah.
So
it would have made a good call.
So yeah, my like when I first started watching Bleach, I was in college, and it was so like around probably like 2005 to late 2005, early 2006. probably in that range somewhere, maybe a little bit later. And I was getting the episodes one a week from my buddy who was torrenting them.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, until Hulu started eating up anime, and I think Hulu had like Naruto and Bleach, and they were like one of the first companies that started doing simulcasts.
Okay.
So like they started doing official subtitles 2 weeks after the episode aired.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if we ever do a Naruto episode, I'll talk about it then as well. But there was a big fan subbing group called Databayo that was the Naruto group, and they wrapped up when Hulu did it because they're like, "Hey, we did it! We have simulcast! Hooray! Go watch it! It's on Hulu." Right. And people were pissed.
No doubt.
They're like, I don't want to pay for anime. It's 2 weeks behind. Oh, dude, and like they start like official subbing back then was rough.
Yeah,
because going from fan subs to official subs, done by like Viz or whatever, like. I'll use Naruto as the example as well because it's what I have most clear in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Like terminology would change. So, you have Konoha Village, and then the official sub would say the village hidden in the leaf.
Right. Yeah. I love that.
And then the dub happened, and then we had Believe It.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't miss that.
I miss Believe It. Like, I think the problem with this is turning into a Naruto episode kind of,
it might be.
The thing with dubs, especially of shonen and stuff in that area, like the first arc of Naruto's kind of cringe.
Oh yeah.
Like, and that's not a bad thing.
No.
Like he grows out of it, but like that's everyone's first impression of the Naruto dub is him going like sounding like a 30-year-old person who smokes every day trying to sound like they're 12. Believe it. Nothing against whoever is the VA for Naruto. You did an amazing job.
Yeah,
I will say that. Like you grew into that role really well. You did a good job. Your voice director could probably have done better at the beginning. There could have been better direction there.
Mm-hmm. No, for sure. I agree.
I wonder how people feel like that when like something becomes like emblematic of like the bad dub. Like,
right.
I wonder how those VAs feel when like something they say becomes a meme.
Right. I do wonder too. I mean, I haven't heard of any cases of anybody feeling kind of like insulted by it, right? Like they tend to just roll with it. But I really wonder if there are any like ill feelings behind the scenes.
I'm going to have to like do some research and maybe we'll see if we can talk to people. I would love to do interviews.
Yeah.
On this show sometime. That would be cool.
Amazing.
That's something we should work on.
Yes.
Anyway, we're going to write that for later.
Yes, Bleach. For sure.
We gotta talk about Bleach.
So when you first watched Bleach, were you watching it in subbed or dubbed?
I was watching it subbed.
Okay.
I watched the first 3 seasons I've seen dubbed. But I don't know if I've seen too much after that dubbed, to be 100% honest.
Okay. Interesting.
Because I have the DVDs all the way up through the Rescue Rukia arc, like in Soul Society, Rescue Rukia, like all the way up to Aizen naffing off.
Oh, right, of course.
And I like the dub. I think the dub's really good.
They like Bleach is one of those rare cases, I think, where like both castings, I guess, are like perfect.
Oh yeah, like I think Ichigo's VA in both languages absolutely knocks it out of the park all the time.
Every time. That's my boy, Johnny Young Bosch. I love him. Oh.
Johnny Young Bosch literally is incapable of doing a bad job.
Yeah.
He's like one of those VAs, like every single role he's in is good.
Right. Oh my gosh. When I learned he was a Power Ranger, I said, what? I was like,
dude, how did you not know that?
I didn't know for the longest time. Dude. I was just like voice of Ichigo for like the longest time. And then I learned he was the Black Ranger and I was like, oh, I loved him.
Dude, Johnny Young Bosch was like, dude, I knew about him from that. Then I learned he was Vash the Stampede. I'm like, excuse me?
God.
I wonder if he replays Vash in the current Trigun anime.
Oh yeah, I've not heard of anything.
I don't know. The dub's out.
Oh, okay.
I could go watch the dub. Like we could look this up.
Right.
I can't because my keyboard makes really loud noises.
I'll try and peek on the side.
Yeah. But so I don't know. I watched Bleach as it was coming out during my college years, my undergrad years.
Yeah.
And I really liked it, man. Like because I was watching it and Naruto week to week.
Okay.
And like a bunch of other anime were mixed in there. Like Code Geass was on the list of things I was watching at the time.
Right.
Code Geass on a week to week basis, by the way, was miserable.
Really?
Code Geass is a binge anime. That is not a week to week anime. It sucks week to week. Because here's the thing. I love Code Geass. Code Geass is like a top 10.
Yeah.
Nothing happens over the course of a single episode.
Right. It's that really
one episode
slow burn.
of Code, yeah. Like one episode of Code Geass is like a minute in real time.
God,
it's awful.
Mm-mm.
I hate it.
I can confirm, by the way, he does reprise the role.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I have to watch the new Trigun anime.
Same.
It's we're gonna have to have a watch party. I've been meaning to force some of my other friends to watch it too. So
let's go.
So what's your history with Bleach? Where did you first watch it?
So we had a TV station here. Our anime was hosted on a programming called Bionics.
I know this.
Yeah. I think it came on every Friday. If not, it was like every evening past like maybe around 8:00. And so I'd watch it there. But of course, the issue back then was that things would kind of get posted inconsistently. They'd get to a point to where approximately the dubbing last was, and then they'd restart. So I had a good time kind of cycling through like the first arc, like the whole Save Rukia arc with Bleach for a long time. And then I finally found a place where I could watch the episodes online totally legally. And
absolutely.
And then I watched, because I think they were still dubbing it at the time. So I watched up to where the dub had ended, which was just shy of the Grimjow fight, I want to say, in the Arankar arc.
Okay.
And then I went subbed from there. And I was like very pleasantly surprised, because I think, if memory serves, I think Bleach was like the first anime that I really sat down and watched subbed, like in full. Like I kind of bounced between a few things here or there where it was like, oh, I don't have a choice but to watch like this one movie or this clip in Japanese. So like otherwise I was watching English anime.
Yeah, I was the same way.
Yeah. And so I think Bleach was the first one where I like trained myself into like, reading the subtitles and keeping up with everything going on at the same time. And pleasantly surprised, because the casting just already sounded so similar in a lot of ways. And I was just like, wow, like it's just the same people speaking Japanese.
Oh my God.
That's how I felt at the time. And then from there, like it was cool just being able to talk over it with friends. I ended up making a friend as a result who was interested in creating his own manga, heavily inspired by Bleach. And so like it's very near and dear to my heart, this series or this franchise.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
actually, I know what my first subbed anime was. It was actually the movie Princess Mononoke.
Oh, nice.
So Princess Mononoke is hands down my favorite Ghibli movie.
Yeah.
Again, it's like it's not even close. Like
yeah.
That movie is like one of my favorite movies. I rewatch it all the time. And one day I was like, well, it was in Japanese. Let's watch it in Japanese. And it's really good.
No. That's cool, actually.
And so that kind of like, I was like, man, this is pretty all right. And I ended up looking at some of my other DVDs, and I'm like, oh, let's watch Ranma in Japanese.
Oh, wow. That's a throwback.
I'm just old, man. I'm ancient. And and so I watched my Ranma 1/2 DVDs in Japanese, and that's cool. Kind of my preferred way of watching it now.
That is cool. That is really cool.
Mm-hmm. I'm normally, though, like, I'm a dub kind of guy. Like, I really like dubs. I would say I've watched most anime that way.
Okay.
Have you seen Gurren Lagann?
You know what's crazy? I actually haven't, and it's been on my backlog for a very, very long time.
We need to make an anime night. I swear to God.
Yeah, like I know that one is amazing, and it's just a matter of time. I don't know what I'm waiting for at this point.
Yeah, that's you're waiting for me to make anime night. That's Tuesday night.
That's
all right. Tuesday night, man.
Tuesday night. Okay.
Tuesday night, 8:00. Let's go. Well, after your 9:00 because you stream until 8.
You know what? That's fair.
Yeah. On twitch.tv/Felix Wind, 4 to 8 Eastern Standard Time, daylight time. I don't know how. Did we end daylight time?
I don't know. Like I play it safe these days, and I just drop the middle letter, and I just do I just do Eastern and ET. Yep.
ET. Phone home. All right. Focus. We gotta focus. The anime Bleach.
The anime Bleach.
Who's your favorite character?
I'm glad you asked. This is incredibly tough because there are a lot of characters I really, really like from this anime.
It's a great question.
It's so tough because I love this guy, but I also kind of hate him for reasons we'll get into. But it actually might end up being Ichigo.
Like I can't blame you, man.
Yeah, he's just so cool. Like I even remember like kind of watching the Totally Not Marked videos on Bleach, and like he even makes note of like how Ichigo kind of contrasts himself to other characters in his position as the main protagonist. You know, so Naruto and Luffy and even Goku to an extent, where Ichigo tends to be the more like he's brash. He's not necessarily like, you know, friendly. He can be, obviously, but he's the more brash, like go-getter, like take action kind of guy, whereas the other characters can kind of be a little more reactionary, right? Like and instead of like the ones who take that initiative. And then like
I would argue against that for like Luffy at least.
Okay, yeah.
And Naruto to an extent, like Luffy's an instigator.
Yeah, no, I mean,
like you cannot look at that man and tell me he's not an instigator.
It's literally in his design, yeah.
Like that man is a Looney Tunes character let loose on a freaking shonen arc. Like,
that's fact.
Bugs Bunny walked into a Dragon Ball. And said power scaling is bullshit.
He really is a rubber hose character. It's wild.
Oh, dude, I freaking love him. Are you caught up on Bleach or One Piece?
No, absolutely not. Oh, no, I stopped reading One Piece a long time ago, and I have not looked back.
Man, okay. Honestly, power to you. Like, I have caught up with it since the Panini started, and I've reread it 3 times.
Whoa.
Oh no, I've read through it 3 times. I haven't reread it.
Oh, I was like, what?
Like I haven't read it 4 times. I've read it 3 times, which is a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot of paper.
Dude, I really like it, man. It's real good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I understand, because like I think I maybe got a little over 700 chapters in before I finally burned out, and I was like, you know what, I'm good.
I think it's not my favorite shonen manga ever, but it's a very easily bingeable shonen manga. It's one of those things that I can literally crunch through 100 chapters in like a couple of hours.
Yeah.
And not even feel it.
That's wild.
That's so really wild. Cool. And like, I don't know, man. It's great. Like, honestly, 100%. Like, you've seen the Totally Not Mark Bleach videos. Go watch his One Piece videos.
I'll give them a shot, to be honest. I think that'll be a good way to sort of like reintroduce myself to the series.
Yeah, like even if even if you aren't gonna like read through the things, just like kind of a recap, because there's like some small things in the current stuff that I'm like, they're kind of super cool.
Right. I've been hearing that there have been a lot of callbacks to things from earlier chapters, and I'm like, that's cool. Like that's cool that they've remembered like I guess XYZ history or like setups for things that are now, I guess, finally taking effect after so many years.
Yeah. Oda is either a master of pulling innocuous details and making them important, or he has played the longest game of all time.
Right.
Like, that man put a 15-year timer on something and let it cook.
Yeah, that's the wild
audacity of this man.
We're gonna fight him.
Fight him. Yeah. All right.
Yep.
I can talk.
You're good.
My favorite character is also a hard pick. Because like Ichigo's amazing, like you said. Yeah. I'm sorry, were you done talking about Ichigo?
No, you're totally fine. I mean, honestly, you say the word Ichigo and you kind of like know. If you're walking into this with Bleach knowledge, like you know why somebody might say Ichigo is their number one. So
oh yeah. I mean, it's his theme song.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like Ichigo's he's kind of amazing. I'm gonna have to say though, my favorite character of the whole series. Man, I don't want to say Aizen because I want to use Aizen for my favorite villain. Right. But I might have to say Aizen.
Yeah, that's extremely fair.
Like, yeah. Like, you know what? I can pick a different villain for favorite villain. Yeah, I'm just gonna say Aizen. Dude is freaking the coolest villain. Like, he's the coolest antagonist in any
anime. Shonen. Yeah.
Like, it's like absolute legend. Like, dude is like 8 steps ahead of everyone. Always prepared, comically overpowered. I love him.
Yeah, honestly, like, yeah.
Like he's literally like, because even after he's beaten, he's basically used as an anti-MacGuffin.
Yeah, right.
They're like, all right, we got to keep him away from Yahweh.
Yeah,
however you say his name.
I never learned how to say his name, so if that's how you say it, I mean, I'm rolling with it.
We could probably have watched the current running anime, but I don't have Disney Plus.
Fair. Do you have Hulu? I think in the States it's
I don't have Hulu.
Oh, GG's.
Well, Hulu has ads, and I refuse to pay for something and also receive ads.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
I will fist, like, I don't have Netflix anymore. They're like, oh, if you want no ads, you have to pay $20. I'm like, no.
Yeah, that's silly.
Incorrect. I pay $0 and I will obtain my shows elsewhere.
Right, straight up.
But no, I don't know, man. He's just a cool dude.
He is great. He's another character that you can kind of just say the name of, and it's like, yes, I understand.
Like, oh yeah, well, like
yeah.
His like big moment at the very end of the first like arc, I guess, like, you know, Ichigo came up to him and then he's like, you know, runs up to him and he stops Ichigo's Bankai with one finger, cuts him basically in half, takes off his glasses, slicks back his hair. That's iconic.
Yep. Oh yeah, it is.
There are people who would beg for that level of swagger.
No, honestly,
I'm one of them.
Same.
It's
not gonna
me.
lie to you. Oh, jeez.
Oh, what though is your favorite Bankai?
See, okay, so
you could also pick a resurrection.
Ooh, okay.
Or a Fullbring, I guess. Just favorite power.
I guess just favorite power. Okay. Fortunately, I guess for the sake of the question, this is a Bankai.
I swear to God, if it's Ichigo's.
No, I love his too, but no.
Okay.
This one, like, it belongs to the character who, right after Ichigo, is definitely up there among like my favorite characters, and it would be Senbon Sakura.
I knew it.
Kageyoshi.
I knew it.
I love it so much. It is the most
so cool.
It is. The presentation is ridiculous. I do love the whole, you know, the Sakura petal sort of like theming and stuff, but it's also just the way it's activated. And I Byakuya Kuchiki is goals to just be so unbothered by everything. And then the response, whenever you can't handle the ignorance anymore, is to just drop your sword into the ground and say the magic words. I don't know how many syllables it is off the top of my head, but
a
just
lot.
Senbon Sakura Kageyoshi, and then just obliterate everything in flower petals. Like, just you got it.
9 syllables.
Yeah,
counted on my fingers. That's why I got it wrong the first time, because I lost a finger somewhere. It's on the ground now. It's fine. Don't worry, the cat's got it.
Oh,
yeah, it's whatever. It's all good.
No,
dude, freaking cat got me right in the neck this morning.
Oh, no way.
It hurt. It hurt like the dickens.
Yeah.
Do people still talk like that? I don't think so. Not since the 40s.
Like a flower petal. It's at your neck.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Dude, dude, I'm not gonna lie. That's definitely was almost my pick.
Yeah.
That was almost my pick, but I'm gonna have to go with his sisters.
Oh.
Rukia's, which I forget the full name of it, because it's only brought up a couple times.
Yeah.
But like that, like ice magic is cool.
It is.
Like, I'm a massive fan of the aesthetic of it. Especially her, like, well, like in her Shikai form. You know, she just has like, it's the white sword, makes a circle, and then boom, ice. Easy.
Yep. Right.
But the Bankai, like, she literally reduces her temperature to absolute 0, which is insane. And then just like a giant pile of ice everywhere. And she has to slowly warm herself back up, or she'll like explode. Yeah,
it's wild and really, really cool. I did love the way it looked when it was revealed. I was like, oh my god.
It's so easy to draw. There's no coloring.
That is true too. That is true.
I need to see that animated, which it'll be somewhere in this new anime, which I don't know where they are yet.
True.
I don't know how far in they are.
Me neither. I don't even know if it's still going or if it's on some sort of like break right now or anything.
We probably should have prepared for this. It's our first episode back. We're flailing.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. But no, it's like either hers, Byakuya's, or man, Utakura had a real, like, his second release.
Yeah, the
like crazy demon thing.
Yeah, I think it's, what is it called? Like a Resurrection Obscura or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds Resurrection Segunda, maybe.
Oh, maybe that. Yeah,
Can we talk
I know the
about
word Obscura is somewhere, but
That's Cero Obscura, I think.
Yeah, no, you know what? You are right. You are absolutely right.
Can we talk about how so many things related to the Hollows just have this random Spanish thrown in, and I kind of love the aesthetic?
Same. Yes.
It's just so
Yo,
cool. And like
they're
the
so
music
cool.
themes.
Yep.
Like the music themes involved in those fights where they're just like jamming to these like I don't even know what to call them. It's like they took like a samba
Yeah.
and made it a fight music. You ever
Literally
play
that.
Guacamelee?
Yes, actually I have. Yes.
That's the aesthetic.
Yep. I love it.
I'm like trying to talk about this in a way that isn't horrendously offensive to someone, but I'm from Ohio. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We forgive you.
I'm trying.
I say on behalf of the Latino community. Hold on.
I'm sorry. I was raised poorly.
No. Listen, I think that was actually a really good shout to Guacamelee. Like, of all things, I think that was like perfect.
Dude, Guacamelee is like one of the better platformers that came out in the like 2010s.
Yeah,
Straight
actually.
up.
Yeah, it's really, really good. I hope they make another one sometime soon, or like bring that series back somehow. Huh?
There's a sequel.
What?
There's a Guacamelee too.
I did know that, but like, how long ago was that?
Like 5 years.
Yeah, it's time for a new one.
Yeah, we'll get that when we get Silk Song, okay?
Oh God, don't get me started.
Yep, and we'll get that tomorrow. It's coming out tomorrow, everyone. This is your exclusive Silk Song tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
From when you're hearing this.
There's gonna be a lot of tomorrows for some people.
Yep, come back tomorrow to listen to this again.
I love that.
Here tomorrow from then. All right. Other than Ichigo.
Yeah. Favorite protagonist?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. That I almost feel like that's harder than just naming a favorite character, because again, there are some quality individuals. Jeez.
It's a rough one.
Yeah, I'm gonna debate on this one. Do you have one?
I do. Orihime.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
I think I talked about this. I feel like I talked about this at the top 3 earlier.
Yes.
But Orihime is like one of my favorite female leads in any shonen. Because she just has one of the better character arcs. She starts off as the joke character eating a loaf of bread and ends up as like a pretty capable combatant.
Yeah, it's true. It is true.
She even lampshades like skimpy shonen clothing at some point near this finale, which is hilarious to me.
Yeah, yeah, it's great. I can't lie.
Freaking Kisuke Urahara. Could he be my favorite villain?
Honestly,
can I make him a villain?
I would say why not? No.
All right, cool. He's also he'll be my favorite villain. No, I think Orihime is great. Like she has a like her character arc's really interesting. Like she starts to, especially as she starts to understand like how her powers function and interact. And I think like I don't know, man. I just like her.
Yeah, no, Orihime is great. Geez, I'm mad because I had somebody in my head and now they're gone. That's crazy.
So sorry.
No, you're fine. Favorite protagonist? To be honest, actually, I actually really ended up liking Shinji.
The leader of the Visoreds?
Yeah. Like when he was, I mean, even after he was introduced, really, like it was just, that really creepy freaking smile he almost always has on his face that kind of had me like, okay, what is going on with this guy? But I really ended up appreciating his characterization of obviously what he contributes to the plot in Ichigo, especially, of course, as a character, with the whole visor training and all that setup, yada yada yada. And then like how he later on becomes a captain and everything. I'm like, oh, it's cool. Like, look at you go. And then when we I guess relearned, because I think we saw it once before this, but when we see him in action, actually using his Shikai and stuff. I'm like, this is such a cool ability just to make everything like reversed. I'm like, I feel like it's it's the equivalent of holding a controller upside down or like getting confused in a video game, like
trying to beat Dark Souls with the Donkey Konga bongos.
Yes, like he's just all around like cool to me. He's got one of the cooler mask designs too. Whenever he's all visored up, I don't, however you want to say that.
I think it's supposed to be a play on wizard, so like Vizard or Wizards.
Yeah.
I always pronounce it Visored.
Right.
Because I always overpronounce words, especially if I'm reading them in a manga.
Yeah, I was going to say, for what it's worth, I know, well, yeah, I guess the manga and I know subtitles in the anime also kind of spell it out the way you're saying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we could literally go listen to someone say it, but I'm not going to.
Oh yeah, no way.
I refuse.
Yeah, no way. That would be some digging.
I would have to say though, like favorite villain. Okay, so Kisuke Urahara, like great character. Absolutely the villain, but I mean, okay, like 90%, 80, 75% of all the problems are his fault.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like a lot. Like most of them.
Most of them, yeah.
I mean, he does apologize, which is good. He is super cool though.
He is. I love him.
Benihime is a really cool sword.
Yeah.
I just love his aesthetic. I love the fact that his basic, like his outfit that we're introduced to him as is like the inverse of a captain's robes, which I didn't realize at first. I think you pointed it out to me.
Yep.
I'm a big fan of him. But like, if I had to pick like an actual villain, I would probably go with Stark.
Stark is so cool. He might be my favorite of the Arankars. Like,
I was a big fan of him.
Yeah, he's cool.
I was a big fan of him. I love what was it, Lillinet?
Yes.
He's like those two are just really funny. But like he was so cool because like he's like, I was so powerful I had to split myself into two because everyone died when they hung out with me.
Yeah, like what do you mean by that?
What do you mean?
Yeah. Oh, I miss him. Stark was great.
Stark was a really cool guy. That's probably also like one of my favorite fights. Him versus what are their names? I feel like I never remember anyone's names because there's too many damn characters and I didn't write anything down.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm trying to remember who he went up against too. Was it hold on.
It was the two captains with the twin swords.
Oh, okay, so Kyoraku and Ukitake.
Yeah. It also doesn't help that I haven't actually like said a lot of these names out loud.
Yeah, that's
really long time. Ukitake is a really interesting character.
Yeah, he is. Jeez, like, I was not expecting that freaking development with him towards the end.
Yeah, like
what?
That was like the whole last arc. We could probably do a whole podcast on the last arc itself, but like,
yeah, probably.
Ukitake, like having absorbed a part of Rio is insane.
Yeah, the god of everything. Part of him just what is his left arm just chilling in the inside of this man's body? No way.
It's actually wild. All right. Who do you got? Who do you got for favorite villain?
My favorite villain. This one might come as a bit of a shock to you, but I actually think it goes to Ginjo.
The Fullbringer guy?
Yep, leader of the Fullbringers. Yep.
All right.
That man, listen, that man's plan was diabolical. Okay, like this is a post Aizen world, so it's like, okay, Aizen's out of the picture, where do we go from here? And then you go through this like almost like thriller / like horror thing with Ichigo, and you, just like Ichigo as like the reader, are kind of sort of like led to believe, okay, by the end of this, the only person who can be freaking trusted is Ginjo. And what does that man do? Oh my gosh. The reveal of him being the one who actually ended up attacking Uryu, um, and then like of course his whole plan to usurp like Soul Reaper powers and so on and so forth. Like I was like, okay, that's wild because the term of there even being like a substitute Shinigami before, as far as we knew, I think at that time was still just Ichigo. And it was like, oh, okay, like he's the one exception to this, blah 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 blah. And then, Ginjo
Ukitake
kind of
dropped a hint on it when he gave him the badge.
okay, like for the first time, yeah, of course, when he
Yeah,
actually ended
he's
it,
like,
yeah,
it's been a while since we've had one.
yeah, yeah, and then you don't think about it anymore.
Yeah, it's literally a throwaway line, and
Yeah,
that's
and it's like it's kind of hard to place too, like when that might have been, considering like these people are literally like hundreds, thousands of years old.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, okay.
Here's one thing I will say about Bleach is it is very consistent.
Yeah.
In how the powers function, and he's very good at setting things up.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Like Oda's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Tite Kubo?
Yeah.
He's like a master class.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
And okay, Oda's also a master. There's a reason these are part of the big three. Okay,
right. Straight up.
There's a reason. Like Hiro Aka and I don't know what else is running right now. One Piece. Oh, take. I'm like, there's a reason we don't have like a new big three. It's because nothing's basically that big.
Yeah, exactly. We have things that are trying to be that big. Shout out to like, Attack on Titan and like Demon Slayer. But like even those, like I would still say even those aren't quite there.
Hold on. Are you current on Hero Academia? My Hero Academia?
Are we talking anime, manga?
Manga.
No.
Anime,
yes. Yeah.
Dude, I need a dude. Okay, I don't know what's happening. I don't know where they are in the anime.
I could tell you.
What is happening right now in the anime?
So we are, or rather, I guess Deku just got brought back to the academy after doing his old vigilante thing.
Oh my god, are we there already?
Yeah. We just dealt with Lady Nagant.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So we're there.
All right. I'm not saying anything.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying a goddamn thing. I will say that this week's issue probably had the best singular panel and best chapter title drop panels.
Okay.
That this series has ever done. Hold on. I'm going to pull up the chapter numbers so that way I can reference this later.
Okay.
Chapter 386.
Okay.
Has the best panel number and title drop of any single chapter up to this point, and that's a high bar.
That's okay. I'm so looking forward to it. Oh my gosh!
The My Hero manga has been on a bit of a dip. I'll fully say it. This arc has been a bit of a mess.
Yeah,
it's been really hard, especially on a week-to-week basis. Like sometimes we're skipping weeks, and it's really hard to keep up. Like there's a lot of moving pieces, and it's not exactly clear where things are in relation to each other.
Yeah. Oh man.
But oh my god.
It was okay. Okay. Dude, I'm so excited.
Like I love My Hero. All right. My Hero Academia is
me too.
is very, very good.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like even though it's kind of in like a wild spot right now narratively, like it's my like safe spot, my happy place.
Oh yeah. The anime was super hype for me, and then when the anime got to sorry, I have hiccups.
No,
when the anime got to Gentle.
Yeah.
And then the school festival arc.
Right.
I kind of fell off. I can't
makes
do a
sense.
school festival arc.
You and several others, like a lot of people I've spoken to about the anime's run so far, like they've said the same thing. They were like, yeah, I got to the gentle stuff and I just didn't care. And I was like,
gentle, I was cool with gentle. I liked gentle. Like, I get gentle. He's a YouTuber. I'm a YouTuber. I get it. But like, then they're like, oh, we're gonna do a school festival. I'm like, can we not?
Right.
And so I read the manga. And I binged the whole manga up to that point, and I'm like, all right, I'll wait for that to end. I'll wait for the school festival to end, because the school festival ended up not being bad. The anime was there for like a season.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I'm like, I feel like this is not a controversial opinion.
No,
but
it's not.
I swear we'll talk about Bleach again in a minute. But like, I would love to, like, I never got back into the anime, just because I got out of the habit of watching it.
Yeah,
I have all my cats here right now. They're all just kind of hanging out, living their best life.
Hey, let's go. So, I think if and when you do pick up the anime, like, you'll definitely get back into it, because from there, I mean, you know what happens. It ramps up immediately, and it just continues to push in that direction, just like the manga does, I imagine.
I might wait for it to wrap up and then binge it.
Yeah, that's extremely fair.
We can't be far off.
Yeah, from what I was hearing before, when I was telling some other people like where the anime had gone to, they were like, oh, you guys caught up. And I was like, oh, we're here.
That's why I said that. I'm like, oh man, because there's probably like a core between where you are and where the manga is.
Oh, no way. Okay. Like, okay. Yeah, we're right there.
They could make it a core. They could make it many cores.
Right.
But they really could do it in one.
Right. That's fair. I hope they go that route and they don't do what Attack on Titan is doing right now.
God. With final season part, season 5, season 3, the final part 2.
Yeah, basically.
Jesus, it's like a movie.
Ridiculous. Yeah, like, I mean, at that point, just make it a movie. Yeah.
I'm like, it's not a season, it's a movie. Kat,
ridiculous.
What are you doing? Where did you find a penny? I don't carry cash. Where did you even find this? My cats are wild, man. I don't understand.
Honestly, yeah.
They're just stealing people's pennies.
Not the pennies.
Not even mine. It's not even my penny. Who's your favorite tertiary character in Bleach? We're just hard cut.
You know something? Yeah, no, that's fair. I actually might go with like Ishin. So Ichigo's dad.
I feel that.
Yeah, I didn't ever really anticipate like much of anything from him. Like, even, I mean, back then when I was watching it and stuff, of course I was a lot more naive, right? So I wasn't anticipating any sort of like some versions from him or anything like that. But you know, just seeing the goofy dad who like didn't know anything about his son's like second life, I was like, okay, whatever. He's just a goofball. And then it happens, and of course, it also just so happens that he goes up against, you know, the Urankar version of Grand Fisher, who we're aware of, like, or we believed at the time is the one who took Ichigo's mom from them and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, this is really cool how this all like lines up. And also, he's like he was a captain, like, so. I really loved that reveal and sort of like what came with that. His assistance during the Aizen fight. He was
a captain, and he was a Shiba.
Yeah, that too. And he was a Shiba. And oh my gosh, like, mind blowing. Absolutely mind blowing.
Absolutely insane.
So I guess that makes Ichigo and Ganju cousins, huh? I registered that his last name was Shiba, so I was like, oh, okay, he's got relations.
Oh my god,
this family. But that means, yeah,
I didn't even grok that.
Yeah, right. Ichigo is then technically related to Kukaku, I think her name was, and Ganju. Yeah.
Huh.
Yep. And Kaien.
I feel like I just understood that. Oh my god, you're right. Kat,
and Kaien. Yep. And they are already like well, oh my god, look right here. There's a setup because Rukia makes reference to Kaien when referring to Ichigo, and literally in like Ichigo's first encounter with Byakuya, when he's got like Rukia down on the ground or whatever, or Ichigo down on the ground or whatever,
Why?
he's
Oh
like,
my
"Hey, I know you want to preserve him
God.
because he reminds you of so and so, but like whatever, just like let's go." Look at that. Look at that.
You can't see my face is in shock right now.
Yo, look at that. Boom.
Oh, wow.
So it's not just a coincidence now that he happens to share a resemblance.
Dude, that's nuts.
Yeah. Boom.
I'm gonna have to go with Ikaku.
Ikaku's so good.
Dude, Ikaku is a legend. The luckiest man in the 13 court guard squads.
Honestly.
Freaking dude, every time that dude's on the page, I am so happy every single time. Like an actual legend. I freaking love that dude.
Yeah. Ikaku, every time I see Ikaku, I'm happy.
Oh yeah, it's just so good.
Yo,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, one thing I'm mad about in regards to him though is that they really nerfed that man's Bankai. And like I get the rules. I understand how they made the rules work. You break your Bankai, it comes back and it's not the same. I get it. But damn it, he had such a cool one. Like the reveal of his Bankai is so good. And they really break it and then nerf him basically right after that. No way. No way.
I know. I was so mad about that. I'm like, why? Like, and I feel like it broke so easily.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like it's just wild to me.
Agreed.
Like, cause I guess we were primed for that a little bit with Renji's Bankai, because all the bone parts keep breaking.
Yes.
And so he just has less bones.
Yeah. And I like how we don't even really get to like, I don't think we ever realize that, right? Until they flat out mention like, hey, have you ever noticed that he has less bones? And I'm like,
I guess like I kind of like, and even if you do notice it, you can probably just be like, oh, it's just easier to draw.
Right.
Like the first panel, the first time we see it, it's for presentation.
Yes.
And then now it's like, oh, he has to function with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was a big fan of them. I was a big fan of that. That's
yeah.
Ikaku's such a cool dude.
He's so good. Oh.
Any other characters you want to particularly shout out before we talk about arcs?
God. Hitsugaya, I wish you were better.
How have we gone this entire time without talking about Kenpachi?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
Holy hell.
Like, his whole, that man, I'm like sad for him. After everything, I'm so sad. Like it's obviously like it's a blessing every time he's on panel or on screen, but like, dang, when you really like learn or you think about like just everything that actually goes into this character, it's like, dang, dog, I'm sad.
Yeah, like here's the thing that is actually wild to me. Oh, what's her stupid name?
Yachiru?
Is that like, she's his Bankai, right?
Yes.
But like she has a sword.
Yeah, she had her own release. I was mind blown by that too. I was like, how? Like I don't know.
Like how does this
any
work?
explanation? Right. I have no idea.
I don't know either, man.
It's
nuts.
What also was kind of crazy to me, wasn't Unohana's name also Yachiru?
Yes. I think that's
like,
I think that's where we got the I think that's where she got her name.
Okay, from Unohana.
Yeah, like because she didn't have a name, obviously, because sword made her, I guess.
Yeah.
And then so I guess he named her after Unohana.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Dang, that is so wild to me. And what else is kind of wild too is like, funny enough, when we think about like some of the filler arcs, which I know we'll get to, there's that one filler arc where like a bunch of the the releases like wage war against their Shinigami.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, right. And I'm pretty sure like Kenpachi didn't like, have really like an issue or anything like that. But it is interesting because it's like obviously the animators at the time didn't know that Yachiro was meant to be a release. So she's just kind of chilling, I think.
I wonder if they did.
I do wonder if they did anything.
I don't remember that arc at all.
Yeah,
okay, I remember parts of it.
Same.
But like I don't remember a good chunk of it.
Yeah, that one is one worth, I think, revisiting.
Yeah, like there were some good filler arcs. I guess we could talk about filler arcs now.
Yeah, let's dive into that. Yeah,
like there were some pretty good filler arcs, like the missing captain arc.
Oh yeah.
There was the one that had the princess.
Yes.
Which was way too long, but it
Agreed.
Existed. The Bount.
Yeah, that one's my favorite, actually.
I love the Bount. Yeah. The thing I did not like about the Bount was that it added those 3 random stuffed animal mascot characters.
Yeah.
And they just stuck around.
Yeah, they stuck around for a bit, like pretty much until everybody finally goes into Hueco Mundo.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're seen after that, but yeah.
Maybe?
I can't remember, but I mean, shoot.
They might be around for Fullbring. Because the anime never finished Fullbring.
Right. Well, actually, no, the anime did.
I thought it wrapped up on like the last episode. I thought was the what is it called? The episode where like Ichigo shows up to the house and everyone's got different memories. Oh
yeah, no. They saw it through to the end. Yeah, they dealt with Ginjo and everything. Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, I for some reason I thought that was the last episode.
No, thank God. Thank God that was not the case.
Okay, never mind. I am misinformed on the
internet. You're good.
So yeah, I feel like they showed up periodically, but I don't remember clearly.
God, I would hope not. Like I don't have any memory of them like after the Arrancar arc like properly starts, I guess, or like, well, again, they travel to Hueco Mundo. I think they like popped in here or there during well, I guess everybody's like training to go to Hueco Mundo. Like they got dished out by freaking Ukiura and Yami, I think his name was. And so on and so forth, and everybody else came in and did their thing too. So like Grimjow and his kind of like circle, I guess, came in and wrecked house. I think they're still around in bits and pieces around.
I know they're at Kisuke's shop.
Yeah,
during that sequence, but I can't think of anything after that.
Yeah, God, I really hope they don't come back. Just wait to
Bleach to find out.
People. True, that is true.
Dude, you know it'd be it'd be next level funny. Is if we ever have a scene in the candy shop during the 1,000-Year Blood War arc.
Oh my God.
And they're there in the anime.
My mind would be so blown.
Okay, that would actually be the funniest thing ever.
Yeah.
Okay, I lied. I want them there.
Oh God.
I need them. I need this. Because it'll make and I'll hear about it too, because it will make Twitter real mad.
True.
I need Twitter mad. No, I love the Bount arc. The Bount arc's really good.
Yeah.
Though the Rebel Zanpakuto arc is cool because we see a lot of designs.
Yep.
Early.
Yeah.
Like we see so many designs for their releases super early.
Yeah, exactly.
And that we're not supposed to know. And that's why I think that they had the advanced knowledge.
That makes sense.
Because there's a lot of designs that got used later, and I don't know if it's Tide Kubo saw those designs. It's like, oh yeah, I'll use that.
Right.
Or what? It's an idea.
That is true. It is. Yeah, I gotta research that.
Yeah, that's something. God, good podcasters would know this ahead of time. Editor Eric might put something in, or he might not. Only the viewers know right now. And Editor Eric, he'll know.
True.
Thank you, or screw you, Editor Eric.
Not this. Hold on.
It's time for my villain arc. I'm gonna fight myself.
Yo, it's funny you say that actually, because I was gonna ask what your favorite like main arc was. Yeah,
That's a good question.
That one's heavy handed.
I think the Rescue Rukia arc is probably one of my favorite arcs in like all of Shonen.
Yeah,
it's like from episode 1 to when Aizen naffs off, like literally the DVD sets that I own are probably some of the anime that I've rewatched the most.
Yeah, I get that
in my life.
Oh,
it's just real good, man.
It is
like, it's tight, it's well paced, it's like the power levels are still kind of reasonable. The escalation just is chef's kiss. It's got mystery with the hollow mask showing up periodically.
Yeah,
and it's just a good time.
Yeah, no, I definitely get that. Like, oh, it's always a toss up between the like the Rescue Rukia arc and the I guess like the Rancor slash, or more specifically like the handling Aizen bit. For me, because just the way that ends, and that's the thing about this series too, right? Is like for every major arc's like ending, you could almost put like a flag there and be like, this is where Bleach ends. And like it would be okay.
Yeah.
You know, like and it's so unreal to me. I don't think there's anything else that kind of does that. Like as much as I even like stand Dragon Ball and everything, I don't even think Dragon Ball has that where it's like, oh, this arc ended. This can end now. Like it never ever really like kind of like hit that point for me, I guess, until it finally was like, oh yeah, hey, we defeated Majin Buu. There's that's it. Like
I would say you could have ended it fairly easily at the Cell Saga.
Yeah, that would be a solid spot too, right?
Or
if
like, Z just never existed.
Also fair. Yeah.
Like we would be much worse off, like,
true,
as a society if Z never existed.
True.
Because, you know, Frieza.
Yeah.
But
yeah, good old Frieza.
Sorry, my cats are slowly attacking my legs.
You're good.
They're stalking my leg. But yeah, like, I'd have to say that one, man. It's 1,000-Year Blood War arc is like up there.
Yeah.
But man, I don't like the fact that they basically were like, Ichigo, you're like the hyper mega ultra super cool chosen one super special with chocolate sauce.
Yeah.
Like, I get it.
Yeah, I get it too. And that is one thing I like going back to the favorite character and why, like, that's why I do kind of hate Ichigo, because I'm like, you embody literally every, like, I guess, race in this series, and that kind of sucks. Yeah, I can appreciate that he didn't actually end up using any Quincy powers. Like, he didn't have a whole training arc where it was like, here's how to shoot a bow and arrow. You know, like, I'm glad enough that we didn't really get that, because he kind of had a bit of that with everything else, right?
I mean, he used Blute Vein as a ass pull like twice.
Right. But wasn't that like triggered because of like I guess like the whatever situation he was in. So I think like one time didn't happen as a response to like what Goofy what I'm going to call him Zangetsu. Because like, yeah, there was the jail, and then like didn't like Zangetsu like try to like put an arm on him and like force it to activate or some nonsense like that, or maybe it activated as a response. It was something like that.
Remember.
Yeah, I know for sure like there's a point where he gets like manipulated, and I think this is when Rayo is killed, but he gets like manipulated through it basically.
Yahweh like he picks up Yahweh's sword or whatever.
Yeah.
And that activates. Yep.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, thank God like you didn't like learn how to control your Hiatus or Reishi, like, because I would have flipped out if we had a Quincy training arc with Ichigo. Yeah, but it still overall like left a bad taste in my mouth for sure.
I think, and I'm really hoping that the anime fixes a lot of the problems with it,
Yeah.
because the ending was very rushed. That final battle was like, huh?
Yeah, I'm sad about it. Like you know about what happened with that, right?
Yeah, it was like the publishers or something were like,
Yeah, Shonen Jump
hey,
were like, "Hey,
you've
ratings are
got,
down."
yeah, ratings are down. You've got 5 issues. Go.
Yeah, with whack, but
Yeah. So I'm hoping, because I
yeah,
think
fingers
Bleach
crossed.
has gotten a resurgence.
Yes, absolutely. That's why I'm hoping for
It's
more games.
yeah, we're not going to talk about games because I think you've played one and I
Yeah,
kind of forgot they existed. So
yeah,
sucks to suck, I guess.
pretty much.
What's your favorite arc?
I think I'm gonna have to coin it in at the yeah, like the Rankar arc. Again, more specifically leaning into the here are all of the oh my god, the Espada, and we are dealing with them in Kawakura town. That
Oh, so like
specific
the
like segment.
intro,
Yeah,
the
because I feel
intro to
like
the
to say
yeah.
the Rankar arc as a whole is like way too much. Like there is
Yeah,
so
because you have like
much that happens.
Mundo, you
Yeah,
have the assault on Karakura Town, you have
yeah,
the introduction to them in Karakura Town.
yeah. The whole visor training thing, like
Yeah,
everything.
there's a
So
lot. That's a
yeah.
big chunk of the manga.
Yeah. So this more specifically the attack on Karakura Town towards the end, love the way that capped off. It was like, oh yeah, hey, here is the like literal like pinnacle of Shinigami powers. And you just, he basically like one shots Aizen. So I was like, yeah, let's go.
Oh
Uh
yeah.
after that build up, it was really, really cool. Loved reading that in the manga, loved watching in the anime. It's
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like one of the like maybe like top 5, top 10 moments for me in anime.
I we need to do just an episode where we're just talking about like top 5 anime
Yeah.
things for
Yeah.
just all of
Like
anime.
I'm so down.
Oh man, absolutely. No, that but like introduction to the arc, the introduction to them is so good too.
Yeah. Like,
Cause
oh god. Go ahead.
like because it's like so cool because they show up and then they beat up
Mhm.
Ichigo and then it's like, oh, they left, you're alive, we won. He's like, no, I lost.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I get it, but like, so
Yeah.
good. I freaking love him.
So good. I love that he initially shows up like a badass too. Like he's just like, yeah, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I got this, no problem. And then I guess they like get in his head and then
Mm-hmm.
he starts waning like really fast and it's like, whoa. this is wow. Like
Well, I
like
think
what's happening
that's
here?
I think it's the like his inner hollows starting to
Yeah, I
like
was trying to take
take
hold.
over. Yeah, like
Mhm.
whenever he uses his Bankai.
Yes. Yes, you're right.
Because he's like, oh, the black Getsuga Tensho is his move.
Right.
So whenever I use it, he starts showing up, and
You're
it's like,
right.
and that's the only one his Bankai can do.
Yeah, exactly. God.
Hmm.
Oh, just cool. Just cool. And
It
and
is.
and and like shoot, like speaking of that, like your favorite fight in the entire series, what would you say it is?
Oh, that's a really good question.
It is incredibly tough.
Here's the thing about Bleach. Like, Tide Kubo's said in some interview somewhere that a lot of Bleach is him coming up with super cool moments that he wants to draw and then figuring out ways to go from A to B.
Yeah.
Like, so many of the fights have these amazing, just jaw-dropping moments, like the Ichigo versus Byakuya fight, like they're
Oh,
when they're both in Bankai, and then he's got like the final form of his
mm,
Bankai with all the swords surrounding him,
yeah.
and it's so cool. Also, I love the fact. I love the fact that he's like, oh man, that's so many swords. He's like, I'm only going to use the one, and then he immediately sends 3 to stab him in the foot.
Yeah, yeah, I
I'm
love
like,
that.
I'm like, are you serious? Are you for real?
Ridiculous.
Um,
Absolutely ridiculous.
God, it's so hard. I really want to say a Kenpachi fight.
The Kenpachi
Actually,
fight is nice. Yeah.
Kenpachi versus what's his name? The blind dude.
Oh my god. Tosin.
Tosin, yeah. Kenpachi versus Tosin is a very understated Kenpachi fight, but like it makes sense.
Yes.
Like I'm just a massive fan of that one because like Tosin feels like he's in control, and then all of a sudden Kenpachi's like, "Oh, dude, you think normal stuff applies to me?"
Right.
I'm sorry, logic doesn't work here.
Yep. God, that fight is good.
It's either that one or Kenpachi and Byakuya. I guess it's Kenpachi versus Byakuya while beating the hell out of Yami.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that fight was ridiculous too.
Wow. Because they're bickering while trying to kick Ichigo out of Rico Mundo. Like, get the hell out of here, buddy.
Oh.
Like, hold on. I'm going to kill this guy and then you go away. Like, why are you here? and then Yami's like, "Hey, I'm here," and he's like, "They're like, go away.
Yeah,
I have to beat up this guy." It's like it's very good.
It's good. It's good exchanges. Honestly, seeing like any of the captains kind of like be contrasted to Kenpachi is always a great time. Too good. I think my favorite fight would be round 3 of Ichigo versus Grimmjow. Like,
is that the one that takes place in Las Noches?
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
That's a good fight.
God. Oh, I to this day I get chills whenever I see the scene where, like, you know, or he's starting to lose, or Hime calls out to him, and like, you know, she's scared of him in the visor mask or the hollow mask, and then he like comes back to his senses, and he just stops Grimmjow with a hand, and he's like, "Yo, I'm sorry, but I can't get hit anymore." And then he just like, oh my gosh,
straight up one shots him. Like, he's like, chills. "I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to take damage anymore."
Right.
He basically does what Aizen did to him.
Yeah, pretty much. That's actually
wild. It's insane. Like,
yeah.
Ooh, dude, yeah, no, I feel that. Yeah. I love the scene too where he looks back. He's got the mask on. He looks back the first time. She's like, "Who the hell?" And then he looks back the second time. She's like, "Ah, there he is."
Right. Yes. Like, I love that.
All right, that's an amazing fight.
Yeah.
I will 1000% agree with that.
Yeah, that fight is,
man. The Arrancars were just good, man.
They were so good.
If I could pick a second fight,
yes,
it would be Genryusai versus Yahweh.
Oh,
or however you pronounce it.
Yeah, that fight was crazy.
Dude, just seeing him finally, like, just doing his Bankai, and like he does the Bankai, and then like people all over the freaking Serite are like, oh no.
Yeah, like, they can just feel that heat.
Yeah, it's like all the flowers are wilting, like just the whole place. He's like, man, he needs to wrap this up or we're all dead.
Yeah.
like y'all don't understand.
Too good.
Freaking one of the captains was just straight up like, y'all, you better hope your boss dies in the next like 5 minutes. We're all dead.
Yeah,
nothing we can do about it.
I love that too. I can't lie. Like, I think very fondly of that fight, and I also would add Uryu versus oh my god, what's his name? Crazy scientist captain. In the Save Rukia arc.
Kurotsuchi. Yeah, his name's hard to pronounce.
Yeah, it's God. Japanese. But yes, I like that fight quite a bit too.
Anytime he's actually fighting is really good. Him and Nemu versus Ryu's hand.
Oh yeah.
Is a really fun fight.
Yo, listen, Nemu of all the female characters, Nemu is my favorite one. And like
Oh
when
yeah,
I saw that moment, I was like, wow, this just justified my choice. Thank God.
that's
'Cause
fair.
yeah, I love her so much.
I would probably. I mean, Orihime is definitely like probably my
Yeah.
favorite. I would say Yoroichi maybe would be a close
Oh,
second.
she's up there. Yeah, for sure. God.
Hana maybe third.
Yeah, I'm sad that she really had to die.
Oh my god, right? Okay,
Yeah.
Hana versus Kenpachi is a hell of a good fight pick too.
Yeah, honestly, that whole fight
Cause
was good.
she's like kills him, brings him back, kills him, brings him back.
Yeah, and like he doesn't even really notice or anything
Mhm.
either. Like he's just like, "What's going on?" Even though
Yeah.
it's just a setup the whole time.
He's just having a good time, man.
Yeah.
Like that reveal was wild.
Yeah, right? With her as the original like warmongering
But like it
Kenpachi.
makes
What?
sense
It
in a
does.
way. Cause
Yeah.
like everyone's terrified of her.
Yes.
And like it doesn't make sense. It's like passed off as a bit of a gag.
Yeah.
Almost. And then suddenly it's like, oh, this was not a gag.
Yeah. Like she was the most lethal thing pretty much besides
Yeah.
the Genryusai, I
Kenpachi
guess.
himself or Genryusai, yeah. It's
Yeah.
like those three absolute monsters.
Yeah.
Byakuya floating around too.
Yeah, true.
It's they were all a bit crazy.
Yeah, honestly. Really, really
Uh
wild bunch.
yeah. One last thing I wanted to
Yeah.
say before we wrap up.
Yes.
The drip.
Oh my gosh.
Tite Kubo should have gone into fashion design.
Yes.
Like, dude makes good looking clothing.
Yeah,
And like
honestly.
and I think that's why Bleach looks as good as it does.
That's true.
Cause Bleach has a very unique feel and look to it. And it's a lot to do with the fact that he draws good fashion.
Yes. Yeah. Like, God.
Like
I
I don't
don't
have
know how
much
to
to
describe it.
I know I don't have a lot to say about it. Like I just
It's
wanted
just
to
good.
mention it because I feel like if we did an entire episode on Bleach and not mention it, that's like illegal.
Yeah, that's extremely fair. It is so true. I'm like both with Bleach and I mean other series do this too. I know for a fact One Piece has done this, Dragon Ball has done this. I've seen a few shots of like Naruto characters in alternate clothing. I really wish sometimes that they would just like we would maybe get like not necessarily filler, but like I don't know, after a major arc, it's like, oh, so and so's day out. And they're like wearing different clothing instead of like some standard stuff.
Yeah.
I know Bleach is good for, in general, like slight outfit changes, but I know a lot of the time as well in Bleach, like, you know, they're in school, right? So it's mostly school uniform and then look at the Shinigami clothing.
Yeah. When they're not in uniform, generally, I don't think I've seen the same outfit twice, though.
That's fair. I want to say, well, actually, no, I might actually be wrong because I was about to say, I feel like Uryu is mostly consistent. I want to say Orihime is as well with like slight changes, like oh her t-shirt has extra frills now on it or something like that.
Well, like you have a lot of these arcs take place over a very short period of time or like when they're away from their wardrobe necessarily.
Right.
Well, like so like the first arcs like they don't really have the opportunity to change clothes.
Yeah, that is true.
But like basically anytime any real quantity of time has passed where they'd have the ability to change their outfit, they usually do.
Yeah.
Except for Don Kanoji.
Oh, yeah, there's that guy.
Dude's a clown, and I love him.
Yeah.
All right. Who's the better comic relief character, Khan or Don Kanoji? This is our last bit.
Whoa. It's got to be Don.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like I can appreciate Cone, but like he's kind of like one bit. It's just the same, right? It's like, yes, got to perv on somebody, got to jump at them and get punched. I guess that's kind of it.
Yeah,
but Don,
Daikanoji is like a whole deal.
Yeah, yeah.
My cats have discovered a bag, so that's definitely the noise we're all hearing. And on that note, that's it. That's Bleach.
Yeah, that's it. That's Bleach. Man.
Come back next time where we talk about something else. I don't know, but dude, thank you so much. I'm so glad we're back to doing this. I missed it so much.
Me too.
And yeah, I'll see y'all next time.
Yeah, take it easy, everybody.
Bye.